episode 89. Thank you all for listening to episode 88, Stomping Grounds, a pallbearer of bad news. I am Gray, here with...
Homeless Bear.
Homeless Bear, and...
Let's go adult stat parrot today.
All right, adult stat parrot. Well, you need to adult move your mic because you're sitting in Brandon's spot.
Oh, I'm sorry, he always has his mic messed up.
Should have been Brandon Parrot.
Brandon Parrot. Yeah, that's what you should be. Dub Parrot.
Anyways.
Parrot.
I'm not homeless because I don't have a home. I still do. I just didn't shower. And then after I was halfway here, I realized I didn't brush my teeth this morning either. So
Well, that's okay.
I waited to tell you now.
Have you been paying your electric bill?
I just explained why I wasn't homeless.
I know, but you remember when you didn't pay your electric bill for like 4 months?
I mean, I assume I'm paying it. My bill hasn't been going up. And I wasn't known. I just assumed someone was coming into my house and turning on every light and fan and TV and everything while I was at work.
Fun fact, storm clouds hold about 6 trillion raindrops.
Okay.
Snapple fact of the day.
That's a lot of raindrops.
That is.
Snapple wouldn't lie.
Snapple won't lie.
Never.
Never. Well, it's, June 26th? Something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thank you to All Wear Clothing, the first and primary sponsor of Over the Line Sports Podcast. I need to get with him to get our shirts and figure out, I've got everybody's sizes. You wanted a large, right? Stat Parrot,
Yes.
You wanted a large.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So.
Because he didn't have schmedium.
Yeah, right. So
Medium.
You'll have Stat Parrot on yours. We'll have Bear on his, Gray on mine, Shiv, B-Dub, Beer League, and that gives us what? 4, 5, 6. Can't remember who else is drinking. Who else is drinking with us? It's us 4. Oh, Sean. So he wants 30-6 on his. That's his name. So .30-06.
You should have just put Henny on there.
Henny. And then if he's .30-06, what's his number? F.
I like that.
Just put an F.
I like that. That'd be a good one.
Or an S for Sean.
Do that.
Yeah, it'll be good. So thank you to Brandon again. We look forward to getting the shirts and having a good time, and we're hoping he can make it too, because if he can make it, that'd be great. I know Steve at Savage and Associates, who is allowing us to use that facility, is hoping to show up. So I'm hoping he's there, has a few beers. I know Mr. Bear will be there. We gotta pool together what we're gonna do. Like, we'll just branch off and say, hey, you go get so many Miller Lights, you go get so many Budweisers, I'll get so many of this, whatever. We're going to have a smorgasbord of beers. I think we need to get about 150 to 200 beers.
Yep.
Probably, just for everybody. We're going to get we'll divvy out how we're going to do wings, because we're going to get wings from Frickers and some other stuff there. We'll have a good time, and invite several people.
This is going to be an expensive podcast.
Dude, it's the 100th
But
episode.
it's going to be amazing.
It's going to be the best.
It's not even really going to be that expensive, actually. Frickers wings are cheap.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be...
It'll be like $120 to get like...
well, you got to think 18
Dude, 5 pounds of chunks are like 60.
Is
It's
that it?
not that expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty. They're pretty reasonably priced.
The worst thing is going to be just buying all the beer, because
It's not even that bad, dude.
$20. I
Now
know,
look at this. Hold on. Like
listen,
Natter Day, you can get Natter Day
I
at
ain't
Sunshine
drinking
Corner.
Natter Day.
I'm not either, but you can get Natter Day at
We're getting a
Sunshine
12-pack
Corners.
of that.
Well, you can get a 24-pack of Natter Day for $11 at Sunshine Corners.
Do that too,
It's
then.
actually not bad.
Yeah. He's like, hey, you want me to go put it in the dumpster for you? I'm like, no, we're done with that, San. So
Yeah, so you guys are over 21 now. It's
yeah, we
okay.
are. But we were, we're selling it to people, but it's all good. That must have been Dub. Did he give us some picks?
Yep. Yes, he did. So we're good. And he took my golfer. That's what I was going to pick. So
All right.
It works out.
There we go. All right. So next is Sean at Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Give him a call, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area, and not...
Before I shoot this, we saw him this weekend, this past weekend, for Dub's surprise party. Which,
Yeah, we
he
did.
did for graduating.
He was shocked. He had no clue, so I give
Zero
Lauren a lot of
clue.
credit.
It was, yeah, they all did good.
I give us credit for not saying shit to him, because
I
we see
know.
him every week.
His dad and wife put on a good surprise party for him out there. That was fun, and he was very surprised. He had no idea.
Yeah, and
he almost walked back out the door when he walked in. He's like, ah, shit.
No, and he's like, no pictures. I forgot to put my tooth in.
That was funny.
That was funny as
That
shit.
was funny. But seeing Sean there and you telling me that he has an old school flip phone, I got to see it, and I was like, Yes, you do. He said he paid $200 for it.
Yeah, because he got that, and I love the reasoning on why he did it. He did it. It is now his personal phone, so that when he is home with his wife and kid, that he can focus on that.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, I give you a lot of credit. That's awesome. And he was enjoying himself. I watched Brandon. I stayed away from it, but he had a good conversation with his dad, and it looks like thanked him for what he did. So that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. And his dad was very, very proud of him. I had a good conversation with his dad, and he's like, he's taking care of the meal and a drink for everybody.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And that was very nice of him. I asked him at the end. I said, "Do you want some money for this or anything?" And he said, "No, I got it." And I said, "Okay." And did you see what I gave Brandon?
Yes.
I gave him cash. I gave him a good, a graduation gift of cash, and then a $20 gift card to Burger King.
Nice.
Yeah, I of course left my card at home because I had a wild weekend, so I need to mail that to him.
How'd that weekend go? How'd you do up there? Did you go to Greektown?
Yeah, so I went to Greektown Friday I was supposed to work, and technically I did, but Thursday night I got called to, they said, a guy dropped out of a golf outing, can you play? Yeah. So I get to play with work on the clock, so you can't beat that. So I golfed, and of course, was drinking all day. Then went right from golf out in Clyde up to my house to pick up Nick to go to Greektown for the Red Wings draft party.
Happy birthday 3 days ago, Nick. I said happy birthday yesterday.
Yeah, that was
on his actual birthday. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that was at the surprise party as well.
So let's see, it's Wednesday, so actually 4 days ago.
4, yep.
4, yeah, shit.
So went up there, did that. That was pretty cool. I was actually kind of packed up there, which was awesome. They had a good little draft party. And they had the big 3 practice, so I was watching the...
Now, where was that? That was
at LCA,
yeah.
But it was funny because you got to go inside or you could watch it outside. And I wish I would have done it outside. They had like a whole bunch of games and stuff, but that's where they had everybody talking.
And that's what I forgot to tell him before you continue. I won Detroit Red Wings tickets at the charity auction on Tuesday. If you look at it right, it says row 1, section 106, and I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, well, 106 is a section, and row 1 should be...
It should be glass.
Should be the glass.
Are you inviting me to go?
Yeah.
No, he was just telling you.
I'm inviting the 4 guys from the podcast. I know he'll go. I know you'll go.
I already told you what my limit was, and you were under that, so it's even better.
It's $100 a ticket. That's it. So
fine.
I know you're in. We got to pick a game. I'm going to try to pick a Penguins game, and if not, then we'll just go to whatever on the weekend. But
I told Gary, he texted me. I was like, 125 is my max. That's 500 for 4 guys right there.
And then if Brandon can't go, that's fine. We'll get
Nick to go or something.
We'll get Nick, yeah. And then we'll ask Nick, and then we've got us 4. And then the plan is if it's on a weekend, we'll stay up at Greektown or something up there.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
So we'll have a good time.
So we no, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. So, side note, since Brandon he got his Burger King gift card, I haven't been here the last few weeks. Has anybody got their spicy?
Oh no, he brought it that next week.
Oh,
I had the spicy one. It was fantastic.
so I got to go get my own.
Yeah, you missed out. You were supposed to be here.
That's not my fault. I had to work.
That's
That
your
sounds
fault.
like your fault. Yeah.
Careers, bro.
Well, you're welcome for that, by the way.
Thanks, buddy.
So yeah, go up there, do all that. It was pretty fun. The Red Wings picked a surprise pick, some defensemen from Germany. So hopefully that works out. I'm sure it does. You got to trust in Stevie Y. But everyone's there kind of shocked. So anyways, afterwards we went to Greektown, and did well. It was the first time I think ever that we started a hot table and didn't go onto a hot table. Me, Nick, he brought a friend, and then a guy from work showed up. And when we got to the table, it was actually open. So we started playing, and
How much a hand?
I mean, we were just doing. The min was 15, and
That's not bad.
I put 60 down just to start, just to get it in kind of early. Normally I'll do that, and I'll lose my first, and I'll put in another 100 or so, and then start drinking a little bit more, get all right. But right off the bat, we played the first 2 hands, and I lied actually. I think the people rolled up as we rolled up, kind of at the same time, and it looked like they were at a wedding or something like that. I don't know. It was 2 couples, a little bit older, and I always play 0 and 00. Anytime I play the numbers, always.
Do you?
Oh yeah, always. I'll put at least 1 down on it. First one that hit, 0. Everyone else, no one else. I was the only one. Next number that hits, 00. Back to back,
how much
right
did
off
you
the
put
bat.
on it?
Just 1 on, because I'll just do 1 each
$5?
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, so it's 35.
No. I'm saying, how much? $1?
No, I was playing singles. Just singles. Right
so you
there.
want 30? It's 35 to 1
Yeah,
on,
so
so you get
35.
$35.
Well, like I said, I was only doing 60, so I was just kind of.
So their minimum was
15.
Oh, so you got to put just 15 things down. Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, so won the first 2.
Yeah, you can start hitting. If you're playing 15 numbers, you're doing well.
And those people busted out pretty quick. Nick lost like his first 4 and then won the next 12, and I was on for him about 10 of those 12, and we just got hot. Then other people started coming to the table and playing and losing because they weren't playing our numbers. And we were just on fire. We couldn't miss. I mean, every single one just killing us.
And did you play singles most of the time while you were doing that?
But there were some times where
every time
but there were some times where I felt, where I felt something and I was like, whatever. So I put one of my stacks, because I normally put stacks of 30 if I'm going to put them all down. So I threw a stack of 30 on black, hit. On black, let it ride on that one.
That's 2-1, yep.
Let it ride on that one, hit again. Then waited a few hands, switched to red, hit. I mean, I just kept hitting. I couldn't stop. And same with Nick. We all just kept hitting and putting the nice chips in the pocket. You're already up. It's like, okay, just keep playing with my 60. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Just keep doing that.
Dude, that's what I've watched Robbie in the lobby play that, but he'll get like 150 out and he'll put 10 on each one.
Oh, yeah.
And then he missed, and then he does it again and he hits. And I watched him. He only played three times and he walked out $800 just because he's not playing.
Yeah,
Like
Robbie in the lobby he's a good bettor. He's awesome.
Yeah,
he does. I mean, he does his things. He bets, usually the overs. If you talk to him, it's always the overs, and he plays that. He loves to do that in baseball. And right now, this year, he's doing great. I mean, especially if you're taking the Yankees. The Yankees are hot, and now they're 2 games up on the Astros. The Yankees, and they just beat the shit out of the Astros again.
Did they?
They've won 8 in a row, the Yankees, and the Astros have lost 7 in a row. So. The Yankees are looking hot. They just got Edwin, and now Stanton's back. Judge is back. Their team's back. So
it's time to go on that one.
Yep.
But yeah, so with the rest of it too, my favorite one was we came over, or these folks came over, and this guy just had, nickels, $5 chips. And he came over and he probably had, I don't know, maybe like $75 worth, $50 to $75, and put it on red. And I had 4 or 5 chips on 18, and a couple other people played 18. So like, all right, red 18, let's go, let's hit. What hits? Red 18.
Red 18.
Let that ride, hit that back to back, and the dude did too, and he was like pumped up, he was amped. So anyways, blah blah blah. Later on in the night, we get off the table, go drink a little bit, do a couple shots for Nick's birthday since it was past midnight by then. I go and play blackjack, win a little bit more, and then. The next one, I guess I should say, I won $725 total, which was good. I had a good night there. Very good night. Nick won probably like 400 or something like that. But the next morning, we're leaving. Hungover as can be, by the way. In the elevator, this guy goes, hey, were you 2 the guys from last night on the roulette table? I was like, probably. He goes, yeah, you guys were the ones that were winning everything. I was like, yeah, yes, we were. I was like, where were you? He goes, oh, my buddy came up and was playing red, and that's when that 18 hit. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, that's right. That was awesome. So, when you win that much, you become a celebrity in an elevator.
That's right. I thought I was special for winning 400 down at Scioto in Columbus.
Oh, dude,
I went down there for the show.
Yeah, you went down there, won some money. One of the times, we got to take the guys and just go bet on the ponies. You know how much fun we'd have?
Dude, honestly.
The pod does ponies. That doesn't sound good. The pod bets ponies.
There we go.
No, yeah, and look at this. So I went camping. Like Grayson was out camping all week with his mom, and I went out there Friday and last week, and he was playing wiffle ball with some kids, and I'm like, dude, how fun would it be? The pod plays wiffle ball. Just do a fucking show and have, just a couple extra guys on to just lead it and just go do like a home run derby of wiffle ball.
The pod tries softball. Slow pitch softball.
Yeah, it's easy though.
Yeah.
Wiffle ball is tough. You got to go to like a Conrad Park.
I prefer wiffle ball because in softball, someone's going to get hit in the face.
Yeah. So we can do wiffle ball at like Conrad Park and do like a home run derby.
It'll probably be Brandon, but I'm just saying.
You're right. It would be Brandon.
Yeah.
There's the other tooth. Gone.
Definitely wiffle ball. Okay, anyways. Oh, totally side note. Back to Sean. Sorry.
Oh, shit. We're on How many minutes ago was that? That was
I don't
a lot.
know.
All right. So Crandall's Quality Lawn Care, 419-704-5471. Serves the Toledo and surrounding area. And not.
Dun, 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 dun.
Ooh, nice.
Somewhere in India.
So
it's normally probably wherever that call center is, would be my guess.
So we're over here.
Is that Carmel? What does that say? What's that one right there on the coast? It's pretty close.
Right here?
Chermay, Shinin.
Chennai.
Chennai? What does it say below that? It's 86 there right now.
So we're in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. Looks like a pretty place, though.
Actually, yeah, it looks like he could do some shrubbery work there, but too bad he doesn't.
Chennai, India. Sean does not serve that area. So thank you, Sean. Also, thank you to Verizon, a true technology business partner. who helps local businesses deploy technologies that positively impact operations and can increase revenue for the company. At Verizon, we do not wait for the future. We build it. Go to their website, get in touch with a sales rep in your area. Thank you to PNC and Cassandra over at the White House branch, who can help with all of your banking needs, whether it be loans, credit cards, personal banking. She's there to help. Give her a call, 419-877-0634. And last but not least, Ben Meyer at Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Go visit him on the Central Avenue Strip and find him on LinkedIn. He did find me on LinkedIn. Good guy. He helps us out. I mean, we all have trucks here, and except Brandon has a Diet SUV, so we're okay. But it's all, Chrysler made. So thank you to Ben Meyer.
I'll have to find him on LinkedIn.
All right, so let's go into the NASCAR race this weekend. Is going to be at Chicagoland. We'll cover next week the results of 2 weeks worth of racing because we want to get into Bobby Bonilla this week.
Yep.
So we're going to make this real quick on our picks. And Stat Parrot, what do you got at Chicagoland this week for NASCAR?
Let's see, I thought I took a picture of it. I got
Jamie McMurray, got
Jamie
it.
McMurray.
Idiot.
I
And you're
just
still
pulled
winning
it up.
10.6, 13.3 for Brandon, 14.5 for me, 15.8 for Bear. Jamie McMurray for you. I am going to take, finally, Kevin Harvick.
Nice.
Yep, it's good because big names pretty much dominate this race. Kozlowski, Truex, Kyle, Hamlin, and
everybody.
those pretty much are all gone. So Gary got his last big one out of the way.
I got Logano still, too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Right.
I don't. This week this upcoming week in Chicagoland, I've ran out of larger names for the most part. So I'm gonna go with Ty Dillon. I already picked Austin Dillon. I'm going with his little brother Ty Dillon this week.
Who'd you say? Ty?
Ty Dillon, yes.
Okay.
And Brandon is taking Paul Menard.
I like that pick. And like you said, it's been dominated. Like Harvick dominated it in the beginning. Kyle Busch won last year. Year before, I think, was Truex, right?
The name that sticks out of here that is a nobody, David Rudiman in 2010.
And I just saw a stat. Yankees earlier this past weekend hit their 25th straight game with a home run.
Nice.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, pretty much all large names besides David Rudiman have won this race. I mean, Newman won it back in 2003, but that is a while ago, 16 years ago.
And anything else for NASCAR Chicagoland? It's a fun speedway, like you said, dominated by the big guys. So
yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be a good Sunday race. Back on NBCSN, and I think Brandon can watch that. So he'll give a lot more in-depth coverage now instead of having to listen to it on MSN.
Right.
MRN, excuse me.
All right, so golf this week. Real quick update on the standings. I'm at 23.2, had 82, and that's with my 82 this past weekend. Yours I didn't plug in the numbers yet, but 32.3 for Bear, 35.6 for Brandon, and 41.5 for the Stat Parrot. So this week they are at the Rocket Mortgage Classic in Detroit.
The
It's a
Detroit
debut
Country
event.
Club. Yeah, I have a feeling I heard about this in the beginning of the year and totally forgot about it. So I wish we would have got tickets because it's the field. It's pretty good. No Tiger. The field's pretty solid. You got Ricky Fowler, Dustin Johnson, some big names. Gary Woodland, who obviously just won the U.S. Open, he's playing in it. So it's going to be a pretty damn good field for Detroit, which is an inaugural event. And I don't know that they haven't had any events there in probably a long while. I didn't do much research on it because it kind of surprised me when I looked at it this week. Honestly, I just totally forgot, being an hour away, Mm-hmm. But I know the Detroit Country Club is a very, very nice course. So I hope they put on a great tournament for these guys. I'm sure they will, which means if they do, they'll come back and keep coming back. And then maybe you'll get, your Tigers and Phils and whatnot of the world, the bigger names. But to make it simple this week, this is our last pick of the month for June. So I am going to go with Ricky Fowler.
All right.
And Brandon also is going with Ricky Fowler, by the way. So you can
Sounds
just
great.
knock
both those in.
I'm going to go with Jason Day this week.
Is he playing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And by the way,
I'm going to take DJ. Just
you
keep
sure?
it simple.
It's set on my phone. That they-
Rocket Mortgage?
Yeah.
He's playing?
It said he is. By the way, there's tickets for Friday.
Okay.
Okay, I'll be in Portland. So
I
Eugene.
don't know because right here on who's going to be in there, it does not say Jason Day. So, but if your phone says Jason Day, best of luck to you. I know how
Rocket
you're
Mortgage.
trying.
I don't want to take another miscut though.
I'm just saying what I have right now. Here's the current 150 player field for the inaugural Rocket Mortgage Classic, and Jason Day is not on there. So I'm giving you a chance right now to change your pick.
All right, I'm gonna go with Mickelson. Is he playing?
No.
Just said Phil wasn't playing. No Tigers. Don't pick him either.
Oh darn.
Who'd you say was a favorite earlier? Reeve?
Yeah.
That's who you should take.
Okay, let's take Reeve. He's gonna lose.
Well,
Well, it's better than a fucking 82.
as long as he makes the cut, it's fine.
That's what makes me mad. You type in Google and it says people who are playing in that tournament and they don't even play.
He didn't show up on mine either. So
Well, this article is from like 18 hours ago, so this is quite recent.
Yeah, Bears is probably right then.
Quite recent. They said they still have 6 people to qualify, but that's off the web.com. Obviously, that's not Jason Day. So Jason Day he just played last week, so I doubt he'll play this week.
right.
All good.
All right. So
Okay, now that we got that out of the way.
all right, golf and NASCAR are already out of the way, but we also spent like 15 minutes talking about casino gambling.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
Then that's okay. All right, so golf and NASCAR out of the way. Let's move right into the NHL and what happened in the big trade this week was PK Subban or Subban, however you want to pronounce
The
it.
Devils, man, they just got one of the best prospects in a long time, and they just got one of the best defensemen in the NHL right now. And I don't think Jack Hughes is going to play right away, but in like 72 games, and I'm just trying to remember, I don't have the stat in front of me, but in like 72 games last year with the U.S. national team, he scored 34 goals, had like 79 assists, 112 points in 72 games or something ridiculous. It might even be less than that. Maybe it was 54. I can't remember. It was an astonishing number.
And kind of what we thought with the top two. Keiko went second to the Rangers.
That's good. I mean, like you said, they said if Hughes, obviously, if Hughes wasn't there, they said Keiko he's a stud too. He would have been an obvious top pick if Hughes, if Hughes wasn't there. And like you said, the Red Wings got I think it was Moritz
Cider.
Cider, yes, from Germany. Big defenseman.
Moritz Apple Cider. He's going to be good.
They need defense.
He's 6'3", 208, man.
And
He's a big boy.
Their next pick was defense too, and they've needed that forever. So I'm happy to see that they're going defense. Like you said, Yzerman knows what he's doing. He built Tampa from nothing to a powerhouse.
He was the heaviest guy you get in the draft until the Penguins picked at 21. They got Sam Poulin. So
do you have that up? Where did that goalie go from the United States? I can't think of his name right now, but they said he was going to be like
Spencer Knight.
Yeah, Spencer Knight.
Yeah, he went to.
Where'd he go?
Looks like the Panthers.
Where at? What pick?
13.
Good, because they said he was a top 15 pick. I'm happy. They said a goalie hasn't been picked that high in like 10 years or something.
That's the Panthers.
Florida?
Well, it doesn't say. It just shows the logo, and it's so damn small that I can't see it.
Just like everything else in life.
Yes, sir. Spencer Knight.
Yeah, they said he's supposed to be really good.
It was the Panthers.
Like I almost
He's a big boy, dude. 6'4".
Yeah, if Detroit would have traded back and got him and then got rid of Howard, that would have been amazing.
But how awesome is that? It doesn't happen often that USA gets the number one pick.
No,
Jack Hughes.
Not at all. And they had.
Here's the thing. He's small, man.
They had
he's
like
5'10", 170.
Well, the USA had 10 of the top 20 picks.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, he is. He's not big, but they showed a couple highlights where he just rolled through 4 guys and scored, and I was like, Jesus. And they said he needs to work on his shot, and that's it. Yeah. Everything else is solid.
Because the next one was Turcotte went to L.A., and then the next one was Zagras. He went to Anaheim. And then Boldy went to Minnesota. Mm-hmm. And then Knight went to Florida. York went to Philly. Caulfield went to Montreal. Harley went to the Stars. Couldn't see that. So, like you said, a lot of Americans were taken.
Yeah, and
Foote went to Tampa.
I wanted Cousins to go to Detroit.
He went to pick after Buffalo.
He went to pick right after the Buffalo because he was right there. He was the guy, and that's who I wanted. But I'm not mad because, like I said, I trust Yzerman and what he's going to do, and they need defense. I've preached that forever. They've needed defense for the last 10 years. So it's just one of those things that they've just been so good on offense. And Howard, in his prime, was a great goalie, so they could get rid of it. Howard is no longer a great goalie anymore in the NHL. He's just okay. He's a good goalie. So he's not in the top 15. That's for damn sure. So I think it'll be good for him. Like you said, he won't play. I don't think he will play in the NHL this year. Probably next year either. They'll get him. Hopefully, maybe it comes down in Toledo. But My guess is that he'll play a lot in Grand Rapids.
Right.
But if he comes to Toledo, that'd be cool too to see him.
Just for a couple games. Did you see PK's video? He did a video, thanking Nashville, and then he'd be back.
He's so classy.
He
did it for Montreal too.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, now I'm done. And so he puts on another hat. He's like, this is the only colors I got. I don't have any merch yet for the Devils. And then he's like, and I'm going to be playing at the Rock. So here's the Rock. It's like a Rock, Dwayne Johnson water bottle. He's like, it's the only thing I got. So he's like, I have nothing yet. Look forward to playing in New Jersey. Let's rock it. Let's get it out. And they got jacked. So, I mean, they're tough, man.
It'll be good. They're going to be good here in the next few years, that's for sure.
So who was it? Toronto traded Marleau.
I did not see that.
So they traded him and a 6th-round pick and money for a 7th-round pick. Or him and a 7th and money for a 6th. I was like, what?
Yeah, that's interesting. Must be maybe it's a cap thing. Who knows?
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I wondered. It was like, oh, this has got to be a cap thing, but I don't know. And who in the top defenders in the NHL? Give me your top 3
defenders.
Yeah.
I mean, probably Subban and Carlson are really close. Erik Karlsson. Oh man, that's tough though. For a third, I mean, you put me on the spot on this one. I'm trying to think.
Sorry, probably.
No, you're good.
What did you say? You don't like Zdeno Chara?
I mean, he's not bad. He's not top 3. He used to be top 3.
Yeah,
doesn't mean I don't like him, but he used to be top 3.
Right.
I mean, like I said, there's a lot of decent defensemen out there. I'm trying to think. I'm blanking on the name right now of shit. I don't know. Go on to that. I'll think of his name halfway through. We're going to be into Bobby Bonilla, and I'm going to think of this dude's name because that's how my mind works.
Good. So the Devils got Subban for 2 players and 2 picks. So here's the trade. I got it. Carolina Hurricanes, Patrick Marleau, along with a conditional 1st-round pick and a 7th in the 2020 draft from Toronto for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
How does that work? You traded a 1st, a guy, and a 7th for a 6th. I don't understand.
Conditional first, though. So my guess is that they have to finish like dead last to get that 1st. But I'm sure if they finish, it'll probably turn into like a 6th or 7th round pick. But yeah, it has to be a cap thing.
Yeah, and I don't know. There was a lot of other trades for like just draft picks, but we won't get into, and a lot of other no-name guys. But I know the Penguins did trade. This was last week. They traded Ole Mata to the Blackhawks.
Sorry, I got it. It's Drew Doughty. That's who it was. I was trying to think of it. He played for the Kings, and the Kings were so shitty this year that it's hard to
know who he is.
It's hard to remember, but yeah, he was a beast when they were good a few years back.
Is Subban's brother? Who's he the backup goalie for?
I don't know.
What is it, Marcus Subban, I think?
I'll look it up since Stat Parrot isn't doing shit.
Thanks a lot, Stat Parrot. The Vegas Golden Knights. I should have known that. Okay. Malcolm, not Marcus. Malcolm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's backup goalie for the Golden Knights behind our boy out there, Fleury, my boy. So, yeah, Stat Parrot. Anything on NHL? You don't really know shit about NHL, do you?
Yeah, you're correct on that one.
Okay.
Go Red Wings.
Let's go into something else you know or may know. How about the NBA draft?
Oh, yeah, that was an interesting time. Yeah, I mean, obviously Zion went 1.
Zion, yeah.
Zion, already in commercials. Yeah, I think that was a good draft. I'm not liking. I don't like how with the NBA draft when they
didn't they give him a lot of wrong hats too.
No, well, that's the thing. With the NBA draft when they trade picks. So, like, the Lakers just traded for Anthony Davis or whatever, and they gave him that number 4 pick. The Lakers still draft that dude.
Yeah.
And then he goes. I don't like that. I think if you trade a pick, that team who gets the pick picks that guy. But I think doesn't that have something to do with the how the trade deadline is or whatever, starting July 7th or whatever, free agency?
I would guess. I mean, it's like, they get the rights to them. They kind of do the same thing like for the MLB, when these guys are in college or coming out of high school, and you can decide, if you want to be drafted by that team or if you want to go to college, then you can get redrafted. It's odd. It's weird.
It is odd.
But they just own. So the Pelicans own the rights to them. It was kind of like when Phillip Rivers and Eli Manning.
But they're going to trade that that's going to the Hawks though.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, yes. DeAndre Hunter's going to the Hawks.
Yeah, which, like I said, I mean the top 3 were obvious. Everyone knew that.
But did you see what they got out of that? I haven't.
The Pelicans.
Yeah,
pull it up. No,
because what they turned that trade for Davis, what they turned it into.
Right.
Let me find it out.
They got a lot.
You guys talk about the draft a little bit. I'll find this.
Well,
they got a
what-
shitload for this.
That's what I was going to talk about too with the Cavs. You know, I really wanted them to take Jarrett Culver really bad, and they took another point guard. And Darius Garland isn't bad. The dude's a great shooter, spot-up shooter. But why they didn't take Culver, I don't know. He's a shooting guard. Now the Cavs, I think, have like 5 point guards on the team, I'm pretty sure, which is odd, you know? So we're going to see exactly how they're going to build around that and what they're going to do. You can't totally hold a small lineup forever, but it sounds like they want to get small, fast, and have a lot of shooters on the team is where I'm getting with that. They're trying to be like Golden State, you know? But the problem is that you got to have shooters like Stephen Clay. You can't have Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Now, they're both young, I'm just saying, but Culver is a bigger body, shooting guard, could have played 2 and 3, and, you know, the dude he's a pretty good defenseman as well, so.
Okay, so from you know what they got? They got 3 first-round picks from the Lakers and the 3 players. So you got Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, and Josh Hart, right? And then they took the 4 pick and traded that to the Hawks for the 8, the 17, and the 35. So they got 2 more first-round picks right there. So they turned it into 5 first-round picks, which is absolutely insane.
You said the 8th?
Yeah.
Okay, so
they went from 4 to 8.
So the Pelicans then get Jackson Hayes, center,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say the Hawks, that didn't make sense. But the Hawks got Cam Reddish at 10, which was a steal, by the way.
Yeah.
They said he could have went to Cleveland at 5, realistically.
But I like their
they got him
pick,
at
dude.
10.
Garland.
Oh, I mean, like I said, it's a good pick. The dude's a spot-up shooter, man, and he can play the point. The problem is they have too many small guys right now.
And the Grizzlies are going to believe a lot in John Morant, especially since, you know, they traded Conley. They got a lot of good shit for Conley. And because we talked a little bit about that on last week's episode, what they were able to do to get Conley. And, you know, we talked about it, and they got Grayson Allen, Kyle Korver, Jay Crowder. Now, Jay Crowder didn't do anything after he left Boston, but when he was with Boston, they played him correctly, and he was a stud. He could have been an all-star there if he would have started more. But,
he was decent in Cleveland.
Yeah, he was decent in Cleveland. Utah, he wasn't
Boston.
anything. And then they also got the 23rd pick in the draft, so they ended up taking Darius Bazley for them, who will reportedly trade the pick to the Thunder. So it's not actually going to go to the Grizzlies. He's going to the Thunder. But they got John Morant. And they got some more stuff out of it. So they got John Morant, Grayson Allen, Kyle Korver, Jay Crowder, all for Mike Conley, who is 32 years old.
He's older, yes.
Yeah, so
Still good, though.
he's still good. But I think it works out for both sides. It really does, because Utah is in the mentality to win now.
Yep.
And they can. And now they have that piece. They're going to be better. They're still out in the West, which is going to make it tough, but I think they can do it. What did you think? Now, you obviously know I'm a Celtics fan. They took Grant Williams, who was the SEC Player of the Year 2 years in a row. Mm-hmm. That's good for them. They're going after Orlando's center.
Did they really have 3 first-round picks?
Yeah. They do like the next 2 or 3 years.
Is that all from the Nets still?
No, that's still. There's like Sacramento. There's other shit in there. They got the one from the 76ers.
Was that the Tatum? Was that the last Nets one?
Tatum was, yes. And that,
I think so, right?
That enough is worth it.
Yeah.
And then, because now they're going to build around Tatum, which they should do. That's what they should be doing. Scary Terry, I don't know if he starts because now he might, but they got Romeo Langford now from Indiana. We'll see. You know, he was spotty at times, but, you know, he's under a good coach. He's under
He
a
played in the
good
Big
team.
Ten, too. It's one of the best conferences in college basketball.
Right. And then they're going to lose Horford, more than likely. They just freed up like $25 million in cap space. And Kyrie. They freed up $25 million. You know, you've got Tatum. You can pay that guy. And the way I looked at it when I was talking to my dad, because obviously I'm a big Celtics fan because of my dad, you got Terry Rozier or Langford could be there. You could have Marcus Smart play there too. And honestly, you could have Tatum play the 1. And even though he's a shooting guard, you could have him play the 1. You could have Smart play the 2 or Romeo Langford. Doesn't matter. You can put got Brown probably in the 3. And you could have Gordon Hayward in the 4. And then they're trying to get, Vucevic from the Magic, 7-foot center.
Yep.
Yeah, they're trying to get him. So that's who they're going after.
Good. He's
he's solid.
He's like a better Horford.
Yeah, and I'm like, God, if they can get any 7 foot, they need a guy that can board, you know. And
That's been their problem for the last 10 years.
It always has been.
Since Garnett left, they haven't had a guy who's been able to get an offensive rebound ever.
And he would be a great pick for them. And if they can trade for him, or not trade for him, if they can sign him, they're talking about also trading for Clint Capella. So we'll see. That wouldn't be bad either. They need a big man, but he's 6'10", and 2 inches does matter.
Capella's a monster.
Capella is a monster.
Capella is a better offensive rebounder than Vucevic is.
Oh yeah,
he is.
And it'll be interesting to see what happens. But as a Celtics fan, I'm always waiting for that splash that they can never make. They have some time now, but we'll see. I don't know. I hope they get him from the Magic. If not, I'll take Capella. I'll take either one.
Yeah.
But I don't know what they're going to have to trade for that.
Yep, it's going to be free agency is going to be crazy in the NBA this year. It's going to be that's going to take up a lot of our summer.
You weren't here for the first time. 2 episodes. Yep. You missed your first 2, but for good reason. Mm-hmm. And what do you think? Because I asked. Well, I don't know if you knew. We had Justin fill in. So Justin, he filled in as the third guest host for both shows. So I literally had him on the tissue box on my phone on this mic, and it was perfect. Like, he sounded great. Like, he just sat here on the mic on the phone, and he was great. He was a good fill-in for us.
Good.
He did a great job. I wanted him on. I was like, you know what? He's contributed a lot. We should have him on the show. And he was able to do it because he was driving back from St. Louis, and then he was driving to Wapakoneta another time. So
good.
It was great. Thanks, Justin, again for being on, and we appreciate it. So back to that. So what I asked them was, what do you think happens, especially with the injuries, and they're both free agents, to KD and Klay Thompson?
Well, I think Klay's still going to get a max because I shouldn't say he just tore his ACL. He tore his ACL.
And he fucking ran on it, which was nuts.
That's an 8 to 9 month injury. So he'll be back at the All-Star break next year. So whatever team gets him, which I thought was going to be the Lakers, I think they still have a max. So I still think it will be the Lakers.
They're going after a dude from Orlando, too.
Yeah. I think that Klay goes to the Lakers, in all honesty. And if he doesn't, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up in the Clippers, and if Kawhi went to the Clippers as well. Just throwing that one out there. That would be the surprise one. I don't think he resigns with Golden State. If I was Durant, obviously he's going to field anything and everything. But if I was Kevin Durant...
He's sitting out a year, and he's going to get paid.
And that's the thing, is he can re-sign with Golden State for $30 million. And it's a player option, and he won't play. So if no one's going to offer him a max deal, he'll sit out all year. All he's got to do is put pen to paper, and he's making $30 million next year to sit
not play
and recover,
and still get a ring. They won.
That's what I think's honestly going to happen. I think that he's going to re-sign with Golden State because I don't think anyone's going to give him a max right now. Next year, though, he's getting a max. Now I've heard too that the Knicks want to sign him like bad. Yeah. But why are you going to sign a guy to a max that can't play for you? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's just like throwing away money. Golden State here isn't throwing away money because this isn't their choice. I wouldn't be surprised maybe if he signs with Golden State and then before the trade deadline gets traded maybe, and they trade his contract to the Knicks or something like that, something along those lines. I would not be shocked. Something crazy like that could happen. It's very possible. But I don't think Durant gets a max this offseason. My opinion, I just don't see it. A lot of people, experts, friends, everyone says that I'm wrong, and I very well could be. I just don't think it's going to happen this year. That's all.
What about you, Stat Parrot?
Yeah, I don't. Klay's injury is not as bad. An ACL, it's not that big of an injury like it used to be. It's easier to come back from now.
True.
I did see something about, like you were saying with the Knicks, like KD signs his player option with the Warriors this year, and then they trade him to the Knicks. He'd make like an extra $50 million rather than just declining the option and signing with a different team. So he'd make like $50 million instead of an extra 30. But yeah, KD's injury is a lot worse. It's a lot harder to come back from. He's not going to be able to play the minutes he was playing. He's going to have to do more of the short spurts. He's not going to be able to play 35 minutes a game. He's going to, they're going to have to move him down probably 20, 25.
He still play 30 minutes a game. The thing is, he'll play 30 minutes a game and still put up 50. It doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I agree.
Just save him for the playoffs more. It's just going to be more watching his minutes and how he's doing until he's 100%, and he's not going to be 100%. Maybe.
Not for a little bit. Even when he comes back off of a ruptured Achilles, he's going to be, obviously kind of.
What are you on, Mike 2? I'm going to have to turn you up. Him.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's on 2 because he's sounding like I'm a baby parrot.
I'm a baby parrot, mini cacaw. But yeah,
Mini
it doesn't matter. Durant's getting paid. It don't matter. It just depends on how much he's getting after this. But like you said, he's going to re-sign with Golden State probably, and then he'll get traded or something, or they'll just wait all year. I mean, who knows, to be honest with you. But it'll be, like I said, it's going to be an interesting offseason here next 3 weeks just to see, because a lot of people are going to get traded. It's going to be crazy. Or not traded, signed. So a lot of money out there in the free agent market this year.
The NBA is going to look a lot different next year.
Are you sure?
I think so.
Yes.
100%.
Who's the too early to predict championship game next year? NBA Finals. Too early to predict.
Toronto, because I think Kawhi stays.
You think he does? I think he goes.
I think he stays because the only other place would be the Clippers, but I think he stays.
I think he's going to Clippers.
I'm going to go with Toronto in 6 over. I don't want to say the Lakers. That's gross. Houston.
Okay.
I think CP and Harden stay together.
I'm going to go Sixers lose to the Lakers in 6.
Not a bad one. See, I feel like I need to write this down.
No.
Let's write it down for fun.
I want to wait till after free agency.
Okay, let's wait till after free agency. Well, it's too early to predict. We'll remember it. Here, Stat Parrot, put the day on it and put our names next to it. Put the date so we know when we made this call.
6/26.
6/26. And you had Toronto over.
What did I just say? I already forgot.
Houston.
Thank you.
6.
The Rockets.
Houston in 6.
6.9. 6.
And that's Bear. You had the Lakers over the Sixers?
Yep, in 6.
That's disgusting.
AD is going to be hurt half the year, so.
Yeah, I agree. And I want you to give me. I think Kawhi goes, so this is based off my prediction. I think he goes to the Clippers. So give me. Hold on. I didn't say anything yet, bitch. Give me, and this is going to be, yes, I am.
It's like the people at work when I tell them to do something, they start clicking buttons. I go, stop clicking buttons and listen first.
So I'm torn here
Kids.
between the Celtics and the Bucks. It depends on the. I don't feel the faith in the Celtics getting what they need because they never do. Give me the Clippers over the Bucks because I think Kawhi's going to the Clippers, and they're missing that piece, and he's that piece.
Yeah, especially if they get Clay, too.
How many games?
Let's say 6.
Problem is they're going to lose Beverly, though. That's going to be an issue.
Yeah, it is. But I'm going to, you know what? If they get him, Bugs Bunny.
What does that say? What is he doing?
Bugs Bunny for the win.
So he's taking...
You're taking the Toon Squad over the Monstars in Space Jam 2, but that's 2021, so you already lost.
Yep.
Stat Parrot always on the loss.
Millennial Stat Parrot.
Millennial Parrot.
Hey, I like my pick. I don't
All
think
right.
it's that bad.
So let's go into, we got on July 1st, which is Monday coming up, big day, Bobby Bonilla Day. So we're going to talk a little bit about Bobby Bonilla, who was born on February 23rd, 1963, is currently 56 years old. Born in, Stat Parrot, where do you think he was born?
Let's go.
Where do the Yankees play?
Let's go. He wasn't born. Really? He was born in New York?
Where in New York?
The Bronx? Manhattan?
My man, the Bronx, yes. Born in the Bronx. Was he a lefty, a righty, or a switch hitter?
Just because you said that, I'm going to say switch.
Yes, sir. Good call.
Just like the parrot.
Did he throw right or left? Or was he ambidextrous?
I'm going to go left on this one.
No, right.
Dang it.
When did he make his debut? I know you're looking at the same shit. That's why I'm asking
Yep.
him.
90.
No.
80. 88.
Close, 86.
Dang.
So he made his debut before any of us were born. Because I was born in December of 86.
Yeah,
You were born in 96.
Yeah, so he made his debut.
When were you born?
91.
91. I forget
Right
you're a
in the middle of
90s
that.
baby.
Yep.
So wait, I'm 32 right now. You're 27.
7.
You
Yep.
can't call me that much of a kid. You're 5
5 years older than you.
You're still a kid.
That's
You're a
fine.
kid to me.
Yeah, to you, because you could be my dad almost.
You can just start legally
Well,
drinking
my ex-wife
last
could.
year.
My ex-wife could be your mom. That's the funny thing.
2 years ago.
Whatever.
Give me that.
Whatever, little parrot.
Thanks, Dad.
So when we do the show on August 3rd, that's right in between 3 of the guys' birthdays on the show. And actually, another guest on the show, Shiv. It's all around you guys because you're July 20th. Shiv's the 24th. Brandon's the 11th. Of August. You're the 18th, right?
August. Yep.
And that's just, so it's like dead center into those birthdays because you got 20th, 24th, 11th, and 18th of August, 20th, 24th of July, and the 3rd of August is when we're recording the show, the 100th episode, The Pod Beats Patty Boggs. So
so it's going to be a big birthday bash for everybody.
All that shows is that, that's a lot of Thanksgiving and Christmas sex from your parents. That's all I say.
It's a lot of boredom.
it's a lot of boredom.
That's what it is.
Winter months.
When was March?
Yeah, that's you're weird. December ones are weird. That's it's like spring. It's
but
nothing.
when that happened, my mom was 19 and my dad was 27.
Wow.
I'm 27.
You got to find you a 19-year-old then.
At least 21. I got to be able to go to the bar.
Buzz. Now, if you're talking about other things,
Buzz's girlfriend.
Woof. What's that from? You better fucking know.
I bet you that movie came out before his birthday.
No, 2 years.
You just want to smack me now?
Oh my God.
Come on.
Really?
Like, anything?
Bueller.
Oh God.
That's 86.
Embarrassing.
85.
Home Alone.
Home Alone,
nerd.
man. You know who's in Home Alone?
Macaulay Culkin.
At least he knows that. Who else was in that?
Me.
Who are you?
I'm the stat parrot.
You weren't even born then. How could you be in the movie?
Yeah. Daniel Stern.
It was my
Joe Pesci.
It was my ghost.
Joe Pesci was the only other one I could have named.
Yeah, Daniel Stern. Well, Daniel Stern's fantastic. And what was it? He was in. What was he in? Little Big League or
Is
Rookie
he the
of the
tall
Year?
guy?
Yeah, the Marv.
Yeah, Marv.
Oh gosh,
Sticky Bandits.
the Sticky Bandit. Now we're gonna be the Wet Bandits.
No.
All right. Career batting average, Jake. What was his career batting average?
Not bad, by the way.
297.
279.
Dang it.
You just transpose the numbers. You were there. How many hits did he have in his career?
22,000.
20.
Well, I was gonna
He's
say
not wrong.
I was gonna say
22,000.
I was gonna say like 2,100, but I'm gonna go 2,050.
10.
Ooh, 2010. That's pretty good, dude.
Good.
Home runs. How many?
I don't know. 220.
287. 287.
RBIs?
I don't know. 1,200.
1173, dude. You're freaking on point right now. So you name. So he played for Jake 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different teams.
We'll see if I can remember some of these.
Okay.
Well, he played for obviously the Mets.
Yep.
He played for the White Sox,
Correct.
the Marlins,
Yep.
the Braves.
Yes.
He played for. That's about all I got, honestly.
Cardinals, Mets, Dodgers, Orioles, Pirates.
So I missed the Dodgers, Orioles, and Pirates.
How many times was he an All-Star?
6.
Yes. Did he win a World Series?
Actually, it was only 8 teams. He played for the Mets twice.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
He
He
won
came
it.
back to the
Oh, yeah,
Mets
you're
in
right.
99.
Okay.
So 8 teams.
He won it in 97 with the Marlins.
Correct.
With Cabrera.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Beat
And
my Indians that year.
yes, they did. So speaking of which, I do have something from Jeremy from the wrestling show. He doesn't have much to say about him except he was the catalyst for the Marlins winning the World Series in '97, as they traded for him late in the season to rejoin with manager Jim Leland from,
The Detroit Tigers.
Perrysburg, Ohio.
thank you, Bear, and who he played for in Pittsburgh.
You do know his house is on West Front there. Well, it was on
Yeah.
West Front. That was literally like 20 houses down from my grandparents.
Nice.
Well, because his brother was a pastor at St. Rose.
Let's call him Bill Leland.
No, it is
Bob. Mark.
Well, it's always father, so it's hard to remember. Jim, Billy.
Jim. Him and his brother had the same name.
I just wanted you to
Jimmy
stop.
and Jim.
I just wanted you to stop so I could think for a second.
Didn't he
I
build
can't
a
remember.
Field? Didn't he build a field in Perrysburg too?
Probably.
There's a Jim Leland
Yeah,
field
it's
in
like
Perrysburg.
named after him.
Yeah,
So let's look
crap.
up Jim Leland's brother.
I would get slapped for this.
His brother is a priest, like you said.
Yes,
So I got to find his brother's name.
father.
Father.
It's true.
Uh,
God, my dad.
Father.
Domingo.
Remember we were doing the three letter names? Bob, Bill, Jim.
Well, that's a 4-letter name.
Oh, shit. B-I-L. Thomas.
Die! Damn it!
So, Tom.
Dad's going to listen to this and kill me.
Father Tom.
Yep. That's right.
All right. So, the whole point, and to finish off what Jeremy was saying, they were a star-studded team with so many great players, so got to give some to Bobby for that series. And like you said, who did they have on that team?
Cabrera.
Young
Miggy.
That was what, his first or second year, wasn't it?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Had to have been his rookie year or his second year.
So let's go back to those Marlins, who also got in as a wild card.
Craig Counsell was on that team. I remember that.
They were 9 games behind the Atlanta Braves.
Oof.
Oofa. So Charles Johnson, Bob Nadel, Greg Zahn were their catchers. Infielders, Kurt Abbott, Alex Arias, Bobby Bonilla, Josh Booty, Luis Castillo,
Booty.
Jeff Conine, Craig Counsell, Darren Dalton, Ralph Millard, Edgar Renteria was on the team. Outfielders, Moises Alou, Dunwoody, Cangelasi, I don't know who that is, Cliff Floyd, Mark Kotze, Billy McKinnon, Russ Morman, Gary Sheffield. So you forget some of the guys that were on this
Gary
team.
Sheffield.
John Wayner, Devin White. And then Leland was a manager. Donley was third base coach. Bruce Kim bullpen. Jerry Manuel bench coach. Milt May hitting coach. Larry Rothschild pitching coach. And Tommy Sant first base.
Not a huge pitching, like not big name. I mean, Livian Hernandez,
Al Leiter.
Al Leiter.
Yep.
A lot of these guys I don't even recognize. Like a lot of the offense
Matt
I can
Wisenhunt.
recognize.
I know Matt Wisenhunt.
Felix Heredia. Is that how you
Yep.
said it? Yeah, but a lot of those names, man. Rob Nen.
Kevin Brown. He was big then.
Yep, then. Yes.
And then Alex Fernandez. Is that the guy that got killed that I'm thinking of?
No, that was Jose Fernandez.
Was it?
Yes, and he was like 24. I don't even think he was born when the '97 Marlins came out.
All right, so their lineup was Charles Johnson, Jeff Conine, Luis Castillo, Bobby Bonilla, Edgar Renteria, Moises Alou, Devin White, Gary Sheffield.
Yeah, and I think
Pretty solid lineup.
I think Luis Castillo hit Craig Counsell home, which is how they won in Game 7, right?
Right.
Turds, freaking.
Goddamn nerds. So they're starting pitchers, their top 5, Kevin Brown, Alex Fernandez, Al Leiter, Tony Saunders, and Pat Rapp. And then Livan Hernandez was another pitcher, obviously. He played 17 games. And then Rob Nen was a relief pitcher.
He might have got traded because I know he traded in the season because I know he's played for the Giants too.
So speaking of the Giants, they swept the Giants 3-0. And then the NLCS, they won in 6 games against the Braves, 4-2. Get to the World Series. Florida won Game 1 7-4. Cleveland won Game 2 6-1. Florida won 14-11. Game 3. Then Cleveland 10-3. A lot of runs scored. 8-7 Florida. 4-1 Cleveland, and then 3-2. So it literally went every game Florida Cleveland, Florida Cleveland, Florida Cleveland, Florida. Every other game. Who was your MVP or your World Series MVP?
Luis Castillo.
Hernandez.
Really?
He was the NLCS MVP and the World Series MVP.
Impressive. Yeah, Jose Mesa was the MVP for Florida actually. Blew I think 2 of those games, including Game 7.
Who was?
Jose Mesa, Indians closer.
Oh, yeah.
He would have been the Florida MVP because he's trash.
All right. So can you tell us, Bear, I think you're very familiar with the contract, how it works for Bobby Bonilla Day, why he gets paid on the first of the year from, what years is it? From 2000 and he gets paid to like 2035.
2035 is when his deal expires, which I'm going to do some quick math. He's 56, right? I don't need a phone for this. He's 56 right now.
He's got 16 years left on the deal.
He's got 16 years left on the deal, so he'll get paid until he's 72 years old.
That's amazing.
$1.19 million every year on
amazing.
July 1st.
I love it.
Sounds like you a little bit, but a little bit higher
Oh,
numbers.
yeah, just a little.
Just a tad.
And what does it say? So he's been paid because he for mutually beneficial practice among major league teams for deferring contractual payments well until after the player has retired. So he was making so much at that time that they said, we're not going to pay you all of this, but it's guaranteed money, so we're going to give this to you over time. And it's not that Bobby Bonilla was a bad player. It's just that the Mets are just that dumb. Like, that's terrible. You could
yeah.
I mean, you could have had it, paid and done and all of that.
Because he's not a Hall of Famer.
Nope.
He won't be.
No, never.
Well, because wasn't it originally only like $5 million, and now it ended up being like almost 30?
He was making $6 million a year. He was one of the highest paid players.
And he got that contract.
He was the highest paid.
And then they released him. So he didn't even play that year that they gave him that contract. So this is free money.
So he's had this. This is now going to be. He's had this since 2009. Mm-hmm. He's getting almost $2 million a year. Yep. That's crazy.
Absolutely.
Every July 1st, it's Bobby Bonilla Day.
That would be the best day ever for me. I'd be like, oh, July 1st again? I'll just take that nice little paycheck.
That was part of a deal when the Mets released Bonilla before the 2000 season, still owing him $5.9 million for the final year of his contract. So over time, they're going to pay him, if you look at it's $1.2 million, so almost $30 million for a $6 million deal.
To not play. He didn't even play. It's not like they got a year out of him.
Well, and it kind of worked out for both of them too, because obviously baseball, people are making more money, so it's like nothing to them now. But it works out for him too, because he turned $6 million into 30, and they got to defer the money so they can make more money over time, which they do. And speaking of which, over the weekend, our friend Dan, who contributes to the show, went to Wrigley Field with his New York buddies because Dan's from New York, and in his Mets garb. So he has Mets stuff on. They all have their Mets gear on in Wrigley Field, which is awesome. So, and he did that this year when the Jets went to the Bears, went to a Jets game, because he's Jets and Mets, Jets.
Mets. I feel like that's how it is. You're either a Jets and Mets fan or a Yankees and Giants fan. You don't see like Yankees and Jets fans and Giants and Mets fans. Like it just doesn't work that way. I feel like New York is divided on that, right?
Right. Hey, you're probably right. And then
that's how it feels.
Yeah, no, I think you're absolutely right. Stat Parrot.
Yes, ma'am.
If you were Bobby Bonilla, what would you do on Bobby Bonilla Day when you got your money?
Every year on Bobby Bonilla Day, what would I do with my money?
Yeah. You figure, 40% is going to taxes, so you're getting about $700,000, $650,000.
I mean, that's fine. I can live off of that.
I would hope.
I would take $50,000 right off, or I'd put most of it away. I'd take $50,000 and I'd go take a very, very nice, expensive vacation every year.
Where would you go?
I'd go to Hawaii, obviously. I'd go. I don't know. I'd go to like Bora Bora or like. I'd like to go to Europe. I'd like to go see Germany. I have family in Germany. I'd like to go to Ireland. I don't know. Is
Wing a German name?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Well, Jacob Wing.
Parrot?
Wing Parrot.
Jacob the Wing Parrot.
Let's see. I would go to the high roller section and put on red.
I like that.
Each year.
Double or nothing?
Just once.
Yeah, just once. That's it. And I'd leave. I assume I'd already have money saved up, so it'd be okay.
That's awesome. Would you have them rope you off just to play one?
Nope. I'd play with the people. That's why you'd have to go to high rollers, though, because normally like a max like 5,000 on a normal table, so you wouldn't be able to drop 50 grand on a caller or anything.
50 G's.
So you'd have to go to the high roller roulette tables.
What would you do, Gray?
I'd take 100 grand and eat it.
Literally? Like just mix it up in a blender and eat it?
Yes, like Magic Johnson, so I don't get the HIV.
Well, you prevent it, yes.
Yes. No, I'd probably, I'd invest it, most of it, because I can, and that's where most of my money is. But, I would probably take a vacation. My kid, he's 5, he'll be 6 soon, and his birthday's another one that's around. His birthday's directly in between you and Ryan Shiv. So.
What, the 22nd?
Yep. So he's right in between. Yeah, because his party, by the way, is on your birthday, July 20th.
Oh, yeah,
are you going to send me an invite? Because I'll forget.
I'm probably going to do Facebook.
Good idea.
Yes.
I'll forget
and then
until
you'll
the week
forget,
of, and then it'll pop up, and tell you,
damn it. Damn it, Grayson's birthday. Damn it. God damn it, pal.
Damn kids. Birthdays.
I don't know. I'd probably take him to, we've gone to Disney before. I'd take him to Disney again. It'd be fun. We'd have a good time. How would you feel, and this is a legit question. I know Ballsack won't be able to go, but would you guys, I can get, I think, an apartment in Spain for 10 days.
Yes.
Would that be something you'd be down for?
No. If I go to Europe, I'm going to go to Ireland first. I wouldn't go to Spain.
We can go there from there.
Still probably not. It's a long time.
When? Because I got to renew my passport.
I got to mine expires in 2020. I have to renew mine too, so you're good.
Since we went and did all that FDA flight stuff, and I'm not even using
FDA, TSA. We're not the Federal Drug Association.
The FDA
TSA.
Food.
Oh God,
I get my letters mixed up. I almost said numbers.
No, Ireland would be fun. I want to go to Italy too. My ex-in-laws are going there. But I don't know. I'd probably invested and
I'd buy a yacht.
I'd probably buy a golf course at some point. I want to. It's my lifelong
Go to
goal.
Europe eventually.
My lifelong goal is to buy a golf course. So
you could do that in one paycheck. One July 1st paycheck. Design it or buy it.
Design what or buy it. And the course, I'd probably buy it. I know. I got thrown off there too.
I'd have to stare at that for like an hour. It's like a puzzle. It's like a one of those mind-bending puzzles or something. You have to look at from different angles.
I know. That's what I'm going to say. That's like a puzzle. It's kind of tough to figure out. But damn, pelvis hurts. But it should be interesting to see what I wonder what he does with his money. I know he has a charity, but I don't know what else he does with his money.
Probably. I mean, he made money. I mean, if he was smart, obviously he'd have stuff saved up. So he probably does that. He probably saves it, and then I don't know. I would imagine he probably already a house that's paid off and cars that are paid off and
$29.8 million.
Probably doesn't have a lot of bills would be my guess. Obviously your normal utilities, but I couldn't imagine he has a lot.
Right, and then here you go. So here's what happened. After the subpar 99 season, and this is from Wikipedia, the Mets released Bonilla, but still owed him $5.9 million. Bonilla and his agent offered the Mets a deal. Bonilla would defer payment for a decade, and the Mets would pay him an annual check of $1.19 million starting in 2011 and ending in 2035. What a brilliant agent. And it would end up being $29.8 million. Mets owner Fred Wilpon accepted the deal mostly because he was heavily invested. You love this, don't you? He was invested with Ponzi scheme operator Bernie Madoff, and the 10% returns he thought he was getting on his investments with Madoff outweighed the 8% interest the Mets would be paying on Bonilla's initial $5.9 million salary. As a result, the payout was a subject of inquiry during the Madoff investment scandal investigation when it came to light in 2008.
That is great. That is fantastic.
Yeah, I love it. Gosh. So
and then he still played 2 more years after that.
Right,
he still got paid.
He went to the signed with the Braves and played a mostly uneventful 114 games for them. Achieved his highest batting average, 255, since the '97 season. Although he only hit five home runs, a far cry from his career high of 34. And then he went to the Cardinals, and then he was injured all the time. So his final game was in 2001, finished with season with 213 average, 37 hits, 5 home runs, 27 RBIs. Retired after the season, citing injuries and reduced playing time is the main reason for his decision. He finished with 1 championship, 6 All-Star appearances, 2010 hits, 287 home runs, 1,173 RBIs, and a career 279 batting average.
So, yeah. So he didn't get paid for 10 years. And now he's getting paid again. So there you go. So
absolutely.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That's not bad. Like you said, up until that point, you probably have everything already taken care of from the money you already made. Then you don't get paid for 10 years. Or maybe you did other stuff. You have investments. I'm sure he invested in shit when he was there of whatever, little things. Maybe restaurants in New York. Who knows? And then 10 years later, for 25 years, 24 years, you get, $1 million, $1.1 million.
Right.
That's not bad.
No, not at all.
Pretty good career right there.
So Bobby Bonilla, who is one of the first people that we're covering on the show, he was a fun guy to cover.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Interesting stats about him. Anything about him more, Stat Parrot? No? Great. Do you know anything else about him? He was in Rookie of the Year.
Was he?
We talked about it. We were going to watch that. Henry Rowan Gardner, who was Ian Nook, whatever his name is from... he was in American Pie. He was the one that was with... What's her blonde face? Not Jim. That was his name.
I don't know. I haven't seen American Pie in a long time.
Right. Stat Parrot, anything else for Bonilla?
No, thanks.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you absolutely sure? No Stat Parrot. No stats, no parrots. All right. 1970, Frank Robinson hit 2 grand slams as the Orioles beat the Senators 12-2 on this day. Pretty good. The Yankees in 1987 were losing to the Red Sox 9-0 and scored 11 in the third. Ended up winning 12-11 in 10 innings.
Nice.
91, Charlotte Hornets make Larry Johnson from
UCLA.
UNLV.
Ah, damn it.
NBA's first pick.
It's close.
93, New York Met Eddie Murray is the 20th person to get to 1,600 RBIs. Kirby Puckett, on this day in 94, passed Rod Carew with his 2,088th hit as the Twins' top hit leader.
Really? Right into the mic?
That's the loudest thing that went into that mic in the last 35 episodes.
It's embarrassing.
2005 U.S. Open Women's Golf at Cherry Hills. Birdie Kim holes out from a greenside bunker on the 72nd hole to win her lone LPGA title.
Was it a birdie?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Her name is Birdie.
That's why I would wonder if it was a birdie.
Bird. But bird's a word.
Shut up, bird.
Shut up, bird. All right, 2011 LPGA Championship in Locust Hill Country Club. Yanni Tseng of Taiwan scores her fourth major win, and she won by 10 strokes.
Jesus.
Over Morgan Pressel. So, all right, 2014, a few things happened on this day. Luis Suarez is expelled from FIFA World Cup following his biting incident.
Yep, remember that.
I do too. Canadian Andrew Wiggins is selected number 1 overall in the draft by
The Cavs.
the Cavs. Correct.
Ugh.
Connor McDavid in 2015 is selected by the Edmonton Oilers as first pick of the NHL entry draft. He was like Jack Hughes is the first person since this guy. Has Connor been playing much?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's been crushing it,
he's
hasn't
good. Yeah, the problem is the Oilers aren't that good.
Right.
Still.
He sucks. So let's go to some birthdays on this day. There's several, but we're only going to pick a select few. So happy 51st birthday to Shannon Sharp.
Good for Shannon having a birthday today.
Born in Chicago.
Chi-Town.
Mike Myers, not the actor, the baseball pitcher from the Tigers.
Are you sure it's not the actor?
Happy 50th birthday. Happy birthday to Reggie Brown, former fullback of the Seattle Seahawks.
Never heard of him.
He's 46. And the big birthday for me, happy 45th birthday to the captain, Derek Jeter.
Never heard of him. Where do you play? The Mets?
No, the Cubs.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday, and this is 39, Michael Vick. Happy birthday to Deron Williams.
Ah, yeah.
35. Happy 30.
He still play?
I don't know. Happy birthday to JJ Barea.
I know he still plays.
He does still play. Weddings in this sport. This cracks me up, and this is the only reason I'm doing this. So actually, I'm going to go with divorce first. So on this day in 1972, Johnny Unitas divorced his first wife, Dorothy Hull, after 2 decades of marriage. Also on this day in 1972, same day, same year, Johnny Unitas weds his second wife.
Nice.
So he got a divorce the same day he got married.
What do you think happened first?
Well, the divorce.
Just
It's like the chicken before the egg.
Just asking a question. Dude, it was 1972. There were different rules back then.
Yeah, you're right. Also,
How do you know he's not a Mormon?
This is a good point. 1993, also married on this day, Mario Lemieux.
Who?
Yeah, who? Deaths on this day, Roy Campanella died of a heart attack. He played for the Dodgers. He was a catcher. He was the MVP for 3 years.
Name sounds familiar, but
51, 53, and 55. There was another stat in here that I found fun that I wanted to tell you guys. It was interesting. I just got to go back and find it. Got it. You might have to give me a moment because it was actually a fun one about baseball. Oh my gosh. Some guy for the Reds in 1938 hit 8 doubles in a doubleheader.
nice.
Here it is. 1944. Yankees, Dodgers, and Giants play a unique 6-inning game for war bonds. Each playing successive innings. Final score, Dodgers 5, Yankees 1, Giants 0.
Interesting.
That's what I thought. I was like, that is pretty interesting. We enjoy that. All right. So anything else for the show, either of you?
No, but I think you forgot to mention day in history for something on the 23rd Sunday.
The 23rd. So what was this, 96, right?
96.
So we're looking 23 years later. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the famous 316 gimmick, started and changed wrestling forever. We forgot to mention that on the show, which is hard to believe that we forgot to mention it, knowing that Brandon is obsessed and his god is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That is true.
And so I blame Brandon. I think we would with everything, right?
And that's the bottom line, because Brandon's a donkey.
You goddamn ass. All right, so thank you to Wes Anderson for Moments in Time. Check him out on Facebook, Wes Anderson Music. Give him a follow on Twitter at Songs by Wes. Thanks to All Wear Clothing, Brandon All Wear Clothing. We look forward to getting our merch in. I have to send him an email, what we need, the sizes, the shirts. Oh, by the way, if you guys want like hoodies, he can do, like, he's giving us our shirts. He's giving us our shirts, the shirts we're getting. But if we want hoodies or something, he'll just charge us $10 for hoodies. So if you want a hoodie, let me know.
Nice.
And you want one? Maybe.
Probably.
Okay. All right. And so we thank him for that. That's awesome. He's like, that's a tough cost to eat. I'm like, dude, we'll pay whatever you want. He's like, $10 fair? I'm like, yeah, $10 is fair. So we're going to get some hoodies. I'm going to get, I think maybe a couple dozen, 2 or 3 dozen shirts, and just to give away to people that day. And I still, one of these days, want to go through a parade or some shit and just get a freaking T-shirt shooter gun and
shoot them out at people.
Over the Line Sports Podcast. Here we go. And then have our sponsors on there so we, look legit. And because we are legit.
Too legit to quit.
Too legit to quit. Thank you to Crandall's Quality Lawn Care. Sean, 419-704-5471, serves the Toledo and surrounding area. Not Chennai, India.
Nay.
Tamil Nadu. And it's 88 now there. And thank you.
Wasn't it just 86?
Yeah.
It's nighttime there. So it's getting hotter as the night goes on.
That's crazy.
It's weird.
Thank you also to Verizon, Cassandra at PNC, and Ben Meyer at Yark Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Where's my 1.1 million?
Cha-ching.